breaking fucking news out of nowhere, just announced like 30 minutes ago on the UFC Facebook page. UFC Fight Night, Vancouver, October 18th, RDR versus Fluffy Hernandez. They're really just throwing them out there now. There weren't any like rumors for this. Were you expecting this? Was anybody expecting this? Because I wasn't. You know, I saw Hamzat, he like put out a tweet, RDR, with the little skull emoji, so people were assuming, okay, maybe Hamzat's going to fight De Ridder in the Abu Dhabi card later this year, but apparently not. This is crazy. This is, like, I am going to be picking De Ridder for this one, and I'll go through that. If you're going to be picking Hernandez, I'm really curious what you have to say in the comments, but go rewatch Fluffy Hernandez versus Michel Pereira. Just the first round. Just the first round that matters. Michel Pereira, he lands a small teep to the body, and Fluffy, he pulled back, and he was like wincing in pain. Like you could see that he felt it. He was up against the cage. He was like running away for a few seconds, and then he composed himself, and then he got the takedowns, and that was over. But the thing is that Hernandez, when you look at him, he's small. I look at him in the octagon, and I'm like, oh my God, this guy looks like he could be a welterweight. Whereas I look at De Ridder, and I'm like, holy shit, this guy looks like he could be a light heavyweight. And he's fought in the light heavyweight division before. And, you know, the other MMA promotions. I think it was Anatoly Malik in those fights. He was fought at light heavyweight. De Ridder also has grappling and anti-grappling experience. He's going to be landing those big fucking knees. And they're going to be landing on Fluffy's little fluffy body that doesn't have a six-pack, who's not well-defined in his midsection. And when they land on his liver, he is going to crumble. Just like Bo Nickel crumbled. Just like he slowed down Robert Whittaker with them. And Robert Whittaker does have a six-pack, and it still slowed him down. Now, I know, you know, just because you have a six-pack doesn't make it so that you absorb shots better. That's not what I'm saying. But if that little small teep from Michel Pereira could have you wincing in pain, a De Ridder knee is going to fuck you up. And the scary thing is like, for Hernandez's perspective, he didn't have to take this fight. You know, he just fought 2 weeks ago. Like, he didn't have to do this. He could have vouched for the Strickland fight, which would have been a much easier fight for him. He could have just waited it out. But, you know, he's brave. If he pulls this off, I'll eat my words. I'm expecting De Ridder minus 250 favorite for this one. I do think he's going to be the favorite. If Fluffy's the favorite, it's more so of like a recency bias thing. I can't really see how De Ridder loses, because if Fluffy takes him down, De Ridder's a hard guy to submit. He doesn't have fatigue problems. I don't think he's going to have a gas tank problem. We saw that with the Meerschaert fight, which was a very sloppy, sweaty war in which he pulled out of it. De Ridder also has lots and lots of submissions. So, yeah, let me know in the comments if you're gonna pick Hernandez. Tell me why, but I'm picking De Ridder. Easy, comfortable pick. I usually don't like doing picks way ahead of time, but since the fight was just announced, we're gonna do it. Another fight, we already knew this one was happening. This one was already booked. Marlon Vera versus Ayman Zahabi. I am gonna be leaning towards my fellow Ecuadorian, Marlon Vera. Marlon's durable, never been knocked out. He took the fucking knee from O'Malley and just ate it. And Ayman Zahabi is also a decision merchant. But Ayman Zahabi could win just on decision. Like, I don't know. I'd have to delve deeper. I'm not going to, like, these picks that I'm making, I'm not making any concrete picks. I don't make my concrete picks until a week when the fight happens, during fight week. So we'll move on. Kevin Holland versus Mike Malott. This is going to be Kevin Holland's 5th fight this year, right? In 2025. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 against Mike Malott. And since it's in October, depending on how this fight goes, the crazy motherfucker might have another fight in December. Like, he'll be like on the last card of the year just to have 6 fights in a row. That's fucking crazy. And you know, his last fight was against D-Rod, right? I think it was D-Rod. Yeah. He took damage in that fight. There is such a thing as too much activity. When you're too active, it can be a bad thing. I'm going to be leaning towards Mike Malott. Yeah, he got fraud checked by Neil Magny. But people learn, okay? He's got the youth experience. He had a decent performance in his last fight, so I think Mike Malott gets this one, but not a concrete pick. And then another one, Manon Fiorot versus Jasudavicius. Do you care? Because I don't really care. Not trying to be mean. You know, if you're a feminist, well, I don't think there's any women that watch my videos or that are subscribed to me, but don't really care all that much. Hopefully it's not anywhere in the main card, but it probably is, because why would they promote it? So it probably is in the main card, but whatever. DeRitter versus Hernandez. It's official. It's confirmed. I was in the middle of making a video about a Johnny Walker KO compilation, and then I looked on my notifications that this was just announced. So fucking crazy. That's all I got for you. Peace out. Subscribe to my channel. We've got Walker versus Ming Yang Zhang this Saturday to look forward to. See you there.